Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. Hello everyone, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So maybe some of you guys know because I have talked about it a little bit here on the channel, but also especially over on my other channel, my booktube channel. I bullet journal quite a lot. Currently I have a reading journal that I update almost daily. And so I'm always looking for new input on how to improve my journal, but also new ideas that I can implement into it as well. And so what I did recently was that I went on Skillshare. On there, I found a class that is called Bullet Journaling, Life Management for Creatives, and it's by Dylan Mirswinski. I thought it was very nice to hear about her personal journey with journaling, also how it helps her manage her ADHD as well. I thought that was very cool to hear. She also gave lots of tricks and tips, for example, pagination and daily task tracking, and also lots of journaling ideas on how to improve your productivity if you are very good at procrastinating, which, hello! Hi, I'm procrastination personified, if you did not know. So I found a lot of that very, very helpful. Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives, and there's thousands of classes done by experts in various skills such as Photoshop, Premiere Pro, plants, bullet journaling, like we mentioned, crocheting, knitting, creative writing, productivity, and much, much more. So if you're looking for something to delve into this summer, how about learning some new skills, improve on skills that you already have, and just explore your creativity? You can join Skillshare through the link in the description or the one in the pinned comment, and the first 500 of you who click on the link will actually get a 1-month free trial as well. So you can freely go check out all the classes to see if there's something you're vibing with, which I'm almost certain there will be because we are creatives in this community. I feel like there's definitely something to that when it comes to The Sims. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but let's talk about it some other time. But anyway, thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. I appreciate it so much. Most importantly, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you even more. And now, let's get on with today's build, shall we? So today we are building a I don't really know what to call this. I think I'm gonna go with Eco Tiny House. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. It's kind of split level, but at the same time, it's also just kind of like a 2-floor house, if you get what I mean. So, still trying to, it's not tiny. I think it's, in the game, it's considered a, what's it called? A small house? Because I think it ended up being around 80 tiles, but I did use the tile counter. It is just because I had to do something with the roof, so that's why it's not under, what is it, 67 tiles, I think, for a tiny house, something like that, or is it 66? It might be 66, I can't remember the exact numbers. But it's a small house. Considered a small house, I would still call it a tiny house. So, and this was, I mentioned this in the last build that I did. So I was just looking around on Pinterest. I like to do that quite often. Sometimes, just like when I wake up, I go on Pinterest. Sometimes if I randomly get a notification from Pinterest, I'll start looking around on Pinterest. I just get kind of sucked into it, if you get what I mean. It just happens. Like, I just lose myself in Pinterest. But I was sitting here the other day trying to find houses that I wanted to take inspiration from. I kind of want to do like a medium family home, a medium-sized family home week, and so was looking at houses like that, but this weird looking house showed up on my Pinterest, my page, and I was like, I wonder if you could do something like this in The Sims. So I sat down and I started building it, and while certain things with the roofing, for example, wasn't possible to recreate in the game, the rest of the house came out kind of fine. We still have the whole, like, you know, when you use terrain manipulation, the hill doesn't actually, like, it doesn't meet the walls, so there's still a little bit of a gap in between, and it is what it is. We're just working around it, essentially, or ignoring it, or trying to cover it up with plants and stuff, but it is what it is. But other than that, I think the majority of the house actually turned out sort of like the house, and I added a little bit myself, like the chimney part. There's a terrace situation on the ground floor as well that I added. I can't remember if I added the little bump out where the front door is, but I think I did as well because I couldn't actually see where the door was on the original build. It was very vague. I don't know. So just adding a little bit here and there, and so I guess it's not a recreation. If you guys want to see, like, because I know that I think I mentioned this sometime in May as well, but I can't remember exactly. But if you guys want to see some of the, like, there was a trend a while ago, possibly some years ago actually, I cannot remember. It's been a long time on YouTube, but anyway, where people were creating or recreating houses they found on the internet, wherever they found them, and just tried their best to recreate them in The Sims. I haven't really done a lot of those like one-to-one recreations, but if that's something you'd like to see just for the fun of it, we can do that. I kind of want to do a little bit more than just speed builds here for June because I'm kind of in the mood for it. I don't know. Well, I know what, but I don't know why I'm in the mood for it, so I just kind of am. So if that's something you'd like to see, let me know, and I will definitely look into it, see if I can find an awesome house that looks like it's possible to build one-to-one in The Sims. Obviously size proportions and all of that stuff, not really doable, but we're gonna do what we can, right? So I also wanted to note, by the way, that I'm not using the 2 new kits for this build. I built this before, I built it like last weekend? I can't remember. I built it before I got access to the kits, so there's no use of them. I don't think they would necessarily have fit the build that well anyway, but just in case, you know, just in case you're looking for some inspiration or something to use the kits, we're not doing that today. That'll be some other time, maybe in tomorrow's build or something like that. Or maybe not tomorrow, Sunday. I don't know when the next build will be up. It depends on when I finish it, I suppose. I'm kind of like trying to get better at, like, you know, okay, we're gonna talk a little bit health. Okay, not that there's like necessarily anything wrong with my health other than my back is not doing well. I'm working on it though. I'm getting treatment. But like, you know, it's summertime, at least here in the northern hemisphere, and I want to go outside and enjoy not necessarily enjoy the weather because I don't really do well in the sun, ginger and all that, but just like go for a walk now and then and try to get some air before working and stuff. So, you know, we're gonna try a little bit of that. So I think it won't be up tomorrow, but maybe Sunday. I think I'm just gonna have like, I'm very much looking forward to it, by the way. I'm looking forward to learning how to listen to audiobooks. I'm moving around my equipment, I'm sorry. It's probably noisy. Learning how to listen to audiobooks, which I suck at because I just stopped listening to them. It's a curse. I don't know what it is, it's so annoying. But also just going outside and soaking in the weather. There's a garden nearby that I can walk to. That is public. It's a public space. So like not just anybody's garden. We don't do that here, okay? But it does mean that we're just, I don't know, I sometimes like I sit down and then I build for the day and I just don't like doing that in general. So tomorrow I'm holding myself to it. If it's not raining like it was today, I'm gonna go for a walk before I start all my stuff that I want to do for the day, like everything, you know, all the YouTube, the Patreon, everything. So yes, we'll see how it goes. Wish me luck. Now that I've told you, by the way, like I feel like I have to tell you as well because then I'll definitely hold myself to it. If I'm not the only one who knows, I am gonna do it. I don't know why it works like that either, okay? It's fine. So, but yeah. So we're gonna go into the summer months with a healthy mindset and just try to be healthier, move a little bit more, working out a little bit more, and just being all healthy and stuff, and not sit here for 12 hours to finish a build because I just really don't know how to stop myself. I don't have a stop button, it's so annoying. Maybe the garden as well will give me some inspiration on how to use the Riviera retreat, which is still a mouthful to me. It's just not really rolling off my Danish tongue. So that is, that's a thing, but probably not because I live in Denmark and we don't really have I do live nearby the coast though. That is a thing, but like the stuff in that kit doesn't really scream Danish, if you get what I mean. So yeah, probably not, but we'll have some fun with it at some point. I think someone said as well that it would fit Tartosa really well, and I can definitely see that being a thing. Also because I think Tartosa is technically inspired by Italian areas, so it does make sense. But it's been a while. I think Tartosa, I'm at a point now where Tartosa just kind of like scares me a little bit. I don't know what it is. I think it's just Mediterranean houses kind of scare me a little bit. I don't know. It's just so stupid. Like, it's so stupid. But also in general, I just, these past months, I've been building everything that I just personally like the style of. That doesn't mean I don't like Mediterranean houses, by the way. It just means that I like other houses more. So I've been building a lot of like more modern, contemporary, very Scandinavian looking houses because that's what I'm comfortable with and that's what I would like to live in myself, and it's what I like the style of it and stuff. So I think maybe we need to get me out of my comfort zone a little bit in June as well. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time I just like a tiny toe out. I don't have a tiny toe. A little toe. Just a little toe out of the comfort zone. We'll see. I actually initially wanted the color scheme for the interior of the house to be very dark. However, because the space is so small, it just felt like, I'm pretty sure I've done tiny houses before with darker color schemes, but I'm pretty sure I've also said in the voiceovers that it makes the rooms seem smaller. And so I decided against making it completely dark in this one. However, just doing that by using one white wall here and there and then keeping some of the furniture lighter as well. Such as the kitchen, I was very, very tempted to go for the black swatch for it, but I was actually very indecisive when it came to the swatch. I was like going back and forth so much. I don't know if I included the footage of that. I probably did. I looked away for a second, I'm sorry. But yeah, I was very indecisive with a lot of the stuff in this build, I'm not gonna lie. But I think in the end, going for at least like white surfaces for the interior, but also the bed has a white bed sheet on it, white spreading, whatever you want to call it. And also the cushioning on the couch as well as white. I think it helps brighten up the rooms a little bit and not make them way too small and cramped and or like at least take away that feeling of everything being very cramped, because I feel that happens very quickly when you make everything dark, and I just wasn't really feeling that for this build. It's okay for some builds, but not, for some reason, not with this one. I don't really know why. Maybe it's a lack of windows? It could be. I don't know. It's a mystery. Anyway, because there's surprisingly not like a whole lot of windows in this build. It looks like there is, but there really isn't. I don't know. It's a mystery, isn't it? I think one, especially like the lower floor, one of the walls is just covered with hill, and then on the upper floor, not a whole lot of windows. Not a whole lot of windows. So it just didn't really, we're just trying to keep everything a little bit. It's a fine line. There's a fine line. I don't know how to explain it. That's why I'm like I'm talking like this. I just don't know how to explain it, but I hope some of you got my point anyway. So since we're building this on a 30 by 20, I forgot to say, by the way, but this is in Windenburg. I'm sure that the majority of you have noticed by now. And the rest of you maybe don't have get-together is my logic. But we're doing a whole lot of landscaping because the house is so small on a 30 by 20. And using terrain manipulation, like I've mentioned a couple of times, I like doing this with tiny houses, and actually I kind of like using terrain manipulation a lot. But at the same time, like I don't want to overuse it either because it gets annoying sometimes. There's a fine line with that too. It's all just, The Sims is just fine lines. Like when is it too glitchy? When's there too many plants for the landscaping? How much clutter is too much clutter? A lot of fine lines in this game. How many toddlers is too many toddlers in one household for a single mother? I'm thinking about 100 baby challenge, by the way. I'm not just saying that you can only be a single mother. I just want to say. But I mean, can you do 100 baby challenge with a male, what's it called? A male, I was a protagonist, but that's not what it's called. A male, you know what I mean? The word, I just forgot what the word is, but a male heir, that's not what it's called either. a male starter, I don't know, you know what I mean, okay? Can you do that somehow? Can you? If you know a way, let me know. Not that we're gonna do it I don't think so. Never. We're never gonna start a 100 baby challenge on this channel. We already did that a while ago when I started YouTube. I learned my lesson. We're not doing it again, okay? Actually, talking about 100 baby challenge kind of makes me want to build or decorate an apartment for the 100 baby challenge. If there's one up within the next week, it happened during this video or during this voiceover, I just want to say. But yeah, I don't know. Can you be a male patriarch? Is that what it's called then? I don't know. For the 100 baby challenge, is that possible, or does it have to be a woman, a female sense? I don't know. Anyway, so many thoughts during this voiceover apparently. But yeah, fine lines. You can change this terrace area, by the way, if you want to. I was contemplating if I wanted there to be like skill leveling items. There could be an easel, a telescope, a chess table, something else. I just remembered that I generally don't really like picnic tables, to be honest. I can honestly not tell you why, but it's just one of those things. I've decided that I don't like picnic tables. So I don't like picnic tables. It's fine. But I remember that we have this one, you can't see it right now, but it's the one with the fur on it from Snowy Escape, and I really like that one because it just looks cozy. We're gonna pretend it's fake fur, it's fine. So I decided to place that one down, but you can do whatever you want with the terrace area. You're always welcome to redecorate all my builds, by the way. If you want to turn this house pink, feel free to do so. And in fact, if you do, you can tag me on Twitter or Instagram, and I'd love to see it. I'd love to see one of my houses being turned pink, or orange, or red, or something else. Just whatever you do with them, I'd love to see. It's been a while since I've seen like, what's it called? Redecorations, I think. But I've also been building a lot of small houses lately, and they're not necessarily not the easiest to redecorate, but it doesn't give you a lot of options in terms of what you can do with the redecoration, because you got so few rooms and they're kind of set in what's supposed to be in them and stuff, because you have like living room, kitchen, and then a bedroom. So you don't really have the option to turn a bedroom into like an office or something, because you only got those 2 rooms. Or sometimes you only have 1 room, you know? So haven't really seen a lot of that, but if you're doing any redecorations of my stuff, I'd love to see. Anyway, we are getting to the end of the video. I am currently, and I have been playing this with my brother for the majority of the day, we're doing a very, very evil Dark Urge run in Baldur's Gate, so I'm gonna go back to that and have a grand old time, have a lot of fun, and just laugh at everything. I sound psychotic right now. Anyway, I've done a lot of good runs as well, I swear. By the way. Anyway, on that note, I hope you like this build. If you do, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, the trade files can be found over on my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box down below. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. The link to the website is in the pinned comment. Definitely go check it out. It's an awesome site. It's an awesome community. Lots of stuff to learn on there. So if you're curious, definitely feel free to go check it out. But that is all I got for you guys today. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
Love could be so sweet. I never knew it would sting. I never knew love like this would leave me in pieces. Oh, Emily, when did you fall right out of love? Oh, Emily, when did the magic start for us? Oh, but Emily, you are the part of me I fear. It will kill me when you leave and close my door. Oh, Emily. I can't believe it's already over. Too late to talk and fix whatever's broken. I always thought